Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. This is Julie with JF Freedom. Would like to thank the Lord and give him credit for blessing me with these words that go out to the nations and kingdoms of the earth, to root out and pull down, destroy and throw down, or to build and to plant. So basically this whole message was for y'all, and he swung into it really fast, so I'm just gonna start from the beginning. Chia hun. So baby boy we're looking yesterday, warranty mom. Yeah, dude. So we gonna have to ask you to calm down, dude. And we mean about it, son, or could be, that this little gal of mine could be just exactly what she were talking about, folks. And that's like a prophet, man, who know what she on about, man, when she say, okay, this was me, and I was standing, my arms were like straight out or something. You peoples is about to catch on fire, man. If you don't calm down about crushing. Oh, it the crush in everybody's system this go around, man. And my prophets of old, well, trembled, dude, as they got a few downloads in their spirit, man, of what this shiza gonna look like, folks, as it come hurtling towards yo. Well, world, son, to put it. Oh, that thing have a purpose, man, and that's to make it real clear, bro, to everybody on the planet, man, that this sciencey stuff only gonna take people so far, dude. While they all licking they wounds I also had a vision of a person with their mouth hanging open, their eyes were astonished. Man, bro, we thought that Armageddon-y type of shiza could really happen, bro, and somebody could blow up that before it hit, man. He's referring to the Hollywood movie. Yes and no, man. 'Cause what do it say in my word, folks, about the all, dude? Oh, it belonged to me, man, in the simplest of all. And we set them things in motion a long as F time ago, Bob. If you care to calm down about it, man, trying to figure out how all this end timesy stuff gonna work out perfectly with my time schedule, man. Therefore we not worried about it at all, dear ones. Not at this time, man. Yeah, dear ones, so we speak of if this end timesy stuff really rollin' or not, dude. But in her eyes, dude, oh, she looking at humanity, folks, and thinking, yep, Papa, they ripe for the plucking, man. And yeah, dog, so unfortunately she mean that in a very satanic way, dude, since they seem to have been able, man, to swoop into that churchery thingy, man, and take all of her. Almost, dude. But baby girl got a few guy friends at that place, man. She knows she can talk with, dude, about the most mundane subjects, bro. And they won't bite her head off for it, mum, unlike yo. Yeah, Dolly, so just shh, dear ones, trying to peg her for 'cause that's exactly why, sis, she gotta sleuth mode her way through a crowd, man, at times, dude. 'Cause they slinking up behind her and now, boys, I'm gonna catch that Julie chick saying something. Oh, it mundane, bruh. The simple little things she talk about are real. And that all 'cause, bruh, if she start analyzing, well, anything evil, dude, he get all up in her space I saw Mr. Z very close to my face. His face to my face. Yeah, chicken, so you a nobody girl, so you need to just shut the F. Well, up, dude, in his humble. Exactly, dude. Ain't no humble about it, folks. Once you reach a certain level of. Oh, he prestigious, dude. Flying here, flying there. Getting the nicest seats, dude, in them no-film zones, bruh. That driving you crazy at times, man. That it could be so as hell simple to put it all together at times, man. That you could barf all over yo. Well, camera, dude. But bad ideas, dude, and how they kinda get the cat, well, killed, man. And that were exactly the case sometimes, folks, with these hit-and-run drive-by killings that these elites pull on. Well, everyone, dude, truly, man. You're not no exception to the rule, bruh. So just stay in your camera lane, dude. 'Cause a whiff, man. Oh, it just take one demonic whiff of a person or their intentions to get them going sometimes, miss. And yeah, dog. So unfortunately, man, they smart as F, dude, and ready to do whatever it take to preserve they own. well, position, man. 'Cause, yeah, dog, as much as they sillily think it, folks, that they gon' enjoy, like, rulin' and reignin' over some dead people, dude. Oh, they know it, deep as hell down, man, like that they gon' enjoy theyselves just fine for now, man. In they own little bodies of just a body, man, 'cause the demons they got workin' with them is, well, powerful, dude, if you catch my very difficult, dear ones, for some of you to understand what I'm like describing, Mum. So just calm, dear. I need you to calm all the way down to null about it, hun. That you don't know it really, hun. Who the heads on that Hydra really gon' well be, dude. But believe me, man, that they some of the slickest. And any of you silly ones out there still praying for that like Antichrist dude to like see the light of day, that's me, hun. Well, Dolly, let's just say it straight out, dear, that you like wasting your breath, dear, at least on this one, Mum. So just, he put his hands on your shoulders. Yeah, darlin', just for them kiddos for now, Mum. Otherwise you'll run. Another time, dear, another. 'Cause for now, Dolly, and we'd like some of you to relax about all this end timesy stuff too, man. 'Cause we got like races to finish, man. Whether you know who holding that gun at the end or dude. Don't matter much, man. Like who or how you gon' get killed, bruh. Although baby girl relish knowing, well, all of it that she can, man. But still, dude. And she just about surprised herself, folks, when she realizing it in past times, dude, that heaven gon' be like, full of dead people, dude, who all died in different, well, ways, bub. And a wave of famine taking over a country is, well, just that, mun. And you sillily thinking it, hun, that if only a few, well, kumpels know about your stash, miss, that you gon' be like, all right, hun. When it come to that thievery stuff, hun, that like everybody and they dog gon' be guilty of one day, sis. And yeah, dude, baby girl know it very condemned well, folks, that like a suicide nail in the coffin, man, for her to go on talking about. So no, dude. She like not making these words up, miss, otherwise she'd be protecting her own. Yeah, dog, them interesty thingies, man, that little lady's getting all torn up about, mun, at times, man, when it come to her. Oh, they get jealous of her, man, and we mean like now, folks, without even knowing about her. Well, that precious as hell deposit, man, that she got residing in her from. Yeah, Dolly, so it's like, in my word, miss, that I'm gonna go ahead and invade, well, every believer, man, in these last. But if, dog, you don't like believe, man, that I can, well, then it get a little complicated, folks, with some of our Baptistery-minded. Yeah, dog, so she think it's funny, man, that a whole group of people who claim that they get their beliefs from, like, a prophet, man, don't actually believe in. Yeah, dog. So it's in my word, son, that two little witnesses gonna rise from the ashes one day and, oh, it'll still be standing, folks. Just barely, Mum, for them prophecies to like come true or something, man. I know, dog. Annoying, ain't it, man, to not be able to see like how these things all gonna work out of no. But still, Dolly. And we just about tired of calling you Dolly, hun, for that bad little attitude you have about, well, everything, Mum. Oh, you not one, Mum. In the simplest of all. But yeah, Chickie, so that whole getting born thingy actually happened to you too, miss. So you think it for me, chick. You could stop hating like babies, hun, who get bred from. Oh, they want to snatch your loins away, man, to keep all my little chickenses from reproducing. Well, they selves, man, to put it. And here we are, folks, riding off into them end timesy waters at times, hun, without a clue how the enemy actually work, man. But will they not, dude? They will, man. Still be my light bearers, bruh. In a very dark. He pointed at the time. Oh, it about midnight, bruh. In my book, anyway, folks. 'Cause we, view this time as a big old chunk, man. A chunk of history, bruh. They're gonna blow a few little chickadees of mines. Well, mines, dude. He kissed a guy on the cheek. I know, dude. Bit of a doozy of a word for you folks. But she been, keeping a few things to herself, man. 'Cause she didn't want to be, a too depressing prophetess, man. Now that she know the value of... Yeah, dog. That positivity stuff, dude, that she know is kind of a joke at the masses. Oh, they gon' pay for it, dog. And yeah, dog. So we mean this whole new world order system, folks. Gonna be swept up and paid for by ya own. Trinkets, dog. It really trinkets, man, to what they gon' do, after that, man. Which is to proceed to ruin yo. Well, way of life, dude. 'Cause they sure can't handle it at times, man. Thinking how my son gon' rule they. Exactly, dog. Don't believe it 1 ounce, man, that it gon' happen otherwise they wouldn't say. Right, dear ones, so we off, man. And he sighed. And yeah, dog, so we mean to them Viennese races for her again, man. Where the Annie get, well, upped, dude, for now, man. Each time she kill it with they shenanigans of a lifetime, dude, that they pullin' on hay. Very tired, dude. And yeah, folks, so she had a very private little breakdown just last week, man. But do she care to talk about it, man, without my... 'Cause that usually mean... Yeah, dog, that whole jugular thingy, man. Where baby boy think he the baddest. To send in her least favorite. Well, chicks, dude. And see if she gon' barf all over her. Well, pants, dude, once she get home of no. Didn't do, man, as far as they could see, bruh. But she sure do know how to make a quick wine spritzer thingy from time to time, man, to calm down her. And make sure, bruh, that her pretty little mouth stays. Oh, we openin' it, ain't we, man? And that make him, well, livid, bruh, to put it simply. He pointed at Mr. Z. But do he, deserve it, man, since he callin' her and not lettin' up on. Oh, he thinks she a false prophet, dude, in the simplest of all. Therefore he driving himself nuts, questioning himself sometimes, man. If he shouldn't have pulled that trigger on her, a long time ago, miss. When baby boy were for sure, bruh. And our heart broke for her at that time, dude. 'Cause we were limping her little story along at the time, man, to keep her from... Right, dear ones. Enough baggage for today, man. And he winked. Yeah, just real quick. At that time, the private messages for me at church would be that I needed to hold my cell phone and stay calm or smile a little bit more or do this or do that. So the Lord was giving me tiny instructions at that time, and I was thinking I just hadn't got the right combo yet or something. So that's kind of what that was. 2023 and 2024, kind of both years. 2024 was pretty hard though. All right. Enough baggage for today. Oh, it's what you wanted, isn't it, sis? To hear all the sordid details of her, well, misses in life, dear. And yeah, dear, so that don't actually make you so dear in my book, child, if you're running around on people's A's looking for, well, dirt, sis. 'Cause usually, man, and we told her this a long time ago, folks, that this whole audience got skeletons too, Mum. Even if you think yours are shining bright and pretty, hun, compared to hers. All, dog, all have turned astray, man, and they's not one pretty, shinin' and sparklin' specimen of humanity to be found on this planet, bub, before they invite my, well, son into their life, miss. Oh, she did do, didn't she, hun? And that's all I ask, miss, at first, dear, of a person who start to get serious about my, well, presence, dude. Love you, man, as you lean in and try to feel my... And in a famous refrain she loved, man, you can certainly try. Tears, dude. They draw me to a person like her, like a hawk, dude. Um, yeah, I forget who it is, but there was a famous evangelist and he would travel around and he had like a prayer team that would go before him and they would like they would get a hotel room and like pray and stuff for hours or days before the guy arrived. And he just had to show up basically and the Holy Spirit would like hit and someone was asking their secret like to pray and one of the guys said, try tears. So that is a phrase I really do love. So about the tears, they draw me to a person like her, like a hawk dude. Even as he tried to sink them talons in. Oh, he would do, dude, if he could, man. But we like the restrainer in this story, man. Keeping her from, well, going berserk, dude. 'Cause we all know it, man. The baby girl could, like, get going crazy on the ass sometimes if she wanted to, man. But nah, bruh. That ain't her heritage, dude. Therefore we like whispering it into her ear daily, mum, that she like precious or something, chick, while the whole world is trying to beat her with a ciao, dear ones, and see you next. Yeah, I guess just a little bit of commentary about what the Lord is talking about here about the end times. So, about the exploits people would do in the end times, people preparing for their assignments and all that. But in my view, the preparation is that pressing. The Lord talks about the oil throughout the whole Bible, but you crush the nut to get the oil out or the olive. And to me, the end times is mostly about that crushing process and becoming humble. And it's very painful. It's a very painful process. And I'm just viewing people that are on like a higher level of maturity in Christianity, they're going to be going through that process and staying humble and trying to stay true to themselves and the Lord without like, for example, like stealing people's stuff or trying to make sure they survive and nobody else. It's not a great movie, but I watched War of the Worlds recently, and there was a scene where Tom Cruise basically kills Tim Robbins because he's being too loud, and so he killed him in order to preserve himself, which seems very justifiable in Hollywood by now. Like it's totally normal in the movies for those things to happen, but in real life, I think it's important we make those decisions in advance. Like, I'm not going to be making those types of choices. I would rather allow myself get captured by the aliens than go over and try to kill someone to keep myself from being like found by the aliens, for example. um, sorry, don't take that too literally. I'm not like, we don't do much alien talk on this channel, and that's partly because I haven't talked to the Lord about it much, but y'all get what I'm saying. So, in my view, this is my view. I haven't talked a lot with the Lord about it, so it's just my view. But in my view, a lot of us from these last days, in these last years, when we go to heaven, if we make it, it's going to be a lot of people that just barely make it into heaven, or some of the things that they've done from those last years of their life trying to survive the tribulation will be some of the most embarrassing things that they want people not to know about. But in heaven, you'll be able to look at someone and know exactly what happened or what they did or what they didn't do to, in their lives or to survive. Many things will be open, but there'll be gray areas behind it. So like for example, like if someone did kill someone, then you might see that you would know that they murdered them, but you wouldn't be able to see the whole scene like a horror movie. You would just know that about that person, that that thing happened. That's kind of what I mean. So, uh, yeah, I don't have rose-colored glasses anymore about the end times at all. I just, as the Lord said, I haven't felt freedom to share that. Plus, it sounds like a really terrible message. Um, but the book of Revelation is not positive in my view, except for the scenes of heaven. So anything focusing on earth in Revelation is pretty gruesome and dark, and the sun won't have the light. It'll be like living in a cloudy area. Vienna's kind of cloudy. People are like complaining about no sunlight here. It's a bit like England in that sense. And just imagine that for years and years, on and off, everyone working and striving and hoping for the sunlight to break through, but it won't. That's just an example. So I'm just viewing the earth as like this dark place, but when the book of Revelation shines on heaven, then it's beautiful. So I don't see a lot of people putting these two pictures together very well. But there they are. So we're supposed to be focused on heaven and not like trying to save the planet, if you will. Sorry if I step on some of your toes. Like, of course, take care of your dogs and your chickens and whatever, but there's only so much we can do, in my view, in these last days. So, the Lord said it was my choice whether or not I want to share what happened, what made me so upset last week, but sometimes He has His reasons for sharing or wanting me to share. So, basically, like there was a succession of like three people who turned crony recently. Not the same lady that visited the volunteer place. It was other people. And out of those three, one of them was a person who works at a place in Meidling where I've been like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times in the last 6 months, I would say. And I talked to him the past couple of times, sort of. Not a lot, a little bit. And then this past time, I just went there and I expected him to talk to me again, and he just completely ignored me. So, out of those three people, honestly, he would be the one I would say doesn't mean the most to me or didn't mean much, but, and it was just small talk, but, it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, if you will. Because if you feel like you can't like walk into a certain place and just chit chat with someone, then it feels like this may sound silly, but it sort of feels like you're not allowed to breathe when you walk down the street, or you're not allowed to pick a flower and smell it yourself because you're the one that's not allowed to do that, you know? So that's kind of what that's kind of why it pushed me to get upset that night. Um, but as usual, I was very quiet. Only the Lord saw, and whatever, whoever was on duty that night for surveillance. So, but anyway, the Lord chose to bring that out and share it with y'all. So there it is. All right, the Lord told me to keep that short, and I guess He'll reveal more as He wants. So there you have it. Some food for thought for you today. And remember, God turns darkness into light. God bless you.